our scholars. You are the reason we are all here. And in my opening remarks, I wanted just to say two things. One is we call this leadership development, and it is intentional to call it development. It is not about the training which you are going to receive. It is important. Training are simply tools which will be provided to you so that you begin a process of developing qualities. And I'm saying qualities, not skills. I'm saying deliberately qualities of leadership. So we would like Minds scholars to be open-minded, and embrace this being a scholar as a process in which you are becoming and you will always become. We have values. As Minds, we have values which are here. But I think because you are the very first class of leadership development, I think you should develop your own set of values, which are to go deeper in terms of what an organization aims to be, and you, as scholars, you are aiming to be or to become.
You are the first cohort of Minds scholars. We are looking up to you to be good ambassadors of this program, to go and advertise it to others out there so that they can benefit as much as you have also benefited, we hope, from the program. Like Mwole said, you are really stepping up our visibility of the scholarship program locally. We're on 3 TV stations this past week advertising the scholarship program, and we want you to go out and do the same. We are getting a lot of support for the scholarship program as we are speaking. We recently signed a contract with Mastercard Foundation. They've given us funding for 50 more scholarships just this past week. Nedbank, one of the biggest banks in South Africa, we are signing a contract with them as well, 3 million rand, enough for 4 scholarships. We have more that we are expecting to come in terms of sponsorship for the scholarship program. So we are really looking forward to you playing your own role in terms of advertising this scholarship opportunity, as well as the benefits that it is bringing to you.
My expectation is for you to take everything you hear as a hypothesis. It's somebody else's idea. Even what I say is about my journey and it's about my experience. But I think it's really, really important for you as young people to have a healthy questioning mind. You must have a healthy questioning mind and take the view that what I'm going to tell you is my opinion. An opinion that you've got a right to dispute, so that we can engage in a dialogue to explore what is it that would help us to solve our problem. We come from a background where we were told that everything about us was undesirable. I understand all of that. That was the nature of colonization, and it was logical from the colonizer's point of view to teach us and make us internalize that everything about us was undesirable. In the minds of young people, their lived reality is that everything that is run by a black person is inferior, because that's how we've done it. We can absolutely modernize ourselves and arrive at a modern Africa without losing Africanness. In order to deliver a developed Africa which is sustainable, it is necessary to re-establish the Africanness because it is the foundation. So, in solving our problem, We therefore need to understand that protestations are not going to do us any favors. So the pillars for minds, in conclusion: African heritage, it is the foundation. Everything else will depend on our own understanding of who we are, becoming comfortable with that and using it as a platform on which we step off.
So the colonial project was calibrated on the desire to suppress and undermine African culture, heritage, religion and identity, whilst also retarding our own development. There is no global power that can really regulate this anarchy. And therefore, as a nation state, you must stand on your own and only serve your own national interests at the expense of everyone else. Your stick must be bigger, your carrot must be bigger in order to survive in this anarchy. One of the biggest myths that we have been made to believe from the West around development is that if you are not technologically advanced, you are not developed. If you don't have an Apple iPhone, if you don't have the latest gadgets and technology in terms of Wi-Fi and all these other things, then you are simply not a developed country. I want to impress upon you as future leaders that you need to debunk that myth, because the truth of the matter is that development is much more than just technological advancement. If we want regional integration and our Pan-African agenda to succeed, what we need to do now, going forward in terms of achieving our renaissance, is to concentrate on the small issues. And the small issues is me and you. It is the interpersonal. That one we have not yet gotten right. We still see each other as others. There is still too much xenophobia across the continent. The Arabs in the north still feel that they are not part of us, and yet they are on the continent, and many other interpersonal issues that we have to deal with.